Hello, my wonderful viewers, and welcome to another episode of Betty Adams Overanalyzes. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the Yu Yu Hakusho teaser trailer, and I am stoked. Okay, this is a live-action adaptation of an anime. I have issues with live-action adaptations that have nothing to do with their quality, and even so, I am still super excited about this. Things that are drawn on a manga always look more grotesque in the anime. That is why I don't watch a lot of the animes when I really enjoyed the manga. Things in live action look orders of magnitude more grotesque when they are taken from an anime and put into live action. I'm talking about injuries, blood, guts, gore. It's just not something that I enjoy seeing them taken out and slapped around a live action screen like that. There are exceptions. And I am really attached to the Yu Yu Hakusho franchise. I read the manga all the way to the end. I don't think I ended up finishing the anime. Because I was in university at the time. I was reading this back when Shonen Jump Monthly had a physical magazine published every month in the United States. And I wrapped up Yu Yu Hakusho in my university days. Anyway, I'm dating myself. The live action adaptation looks good. I got a few qualms, so let's get those out of the way first. Kurama's red hair in his human form. When he's Shuichi in the red hair. There's just something about redheads and wigs, I guess. The Netflix is not hitting redheaded wigs out of the park. It is so obviously a wig. And the one thing that was never going to play correctly, of course, was Hiai's third eye. They were never going to get it like it looked in the manga and anime. We only catch a glimpse of it open, and we don't know if it's fully open, but it kind of just looks like a black hole. And of course, the physical limitations of the characters. All the characters who are supposed to be really short are significantly taller than they were in the manga and anime because of the physical limitations of finding actors. Specifically, what's his name? The guy with the binky, I forget his name. That character I just laughed out loud. But it's not something that I did not laugh in such a way that it would make me reject the show. The show knew its limitations and it rolled with them, it looked like. The villain, I'm not going to do any spoilers, but the villain looks good. And the way they set up the primary villain pair for that arc that they're going to show up in, you just have to look at it, because you have a guy who's really big and physically imposing, and the casting for the big imposing villain, they just knocked it out of the park. And his weird little friend, you can tell there's something funky going on with the special effects there, but they did it good. Overall, the special effects look really good. High-class special effects done I'm pretty sure that these special effects understand their limitations. Anything they can do with CGI, they have to do with CGI, like the flashing lights, the spirit gun, the key attacks, they're all done with CGI. But you can tell they're sticking to a lot of practical effects. You cannot see the wires, and the movement is very fluid, but that actor was picked up and thrown across the room with wires, and it looks really good. I did not expect to be this happy, to be this excited. Gonna be honest here. I'm not into live action adaptations, but my brother, who is a big One Piece fan, he gave me a positive review of the One Piece, and One Piece was not something I'd be interested in watching a live action adaptation of, but it did give me the confidence to actually take a peek at this. I am going to do my best to give the Yu Yu Hakusho live action adaptation an honest review. There's the grotesque of translating something that physically violent to live action that might ruin it for me still, but I'm going to give it my best. I am going to review the Yu Yu Hakusho. Is it a series or a movie? I don't know. I'll actually have to look into that and do some research. But the four main characters, that's what we're all here for. Yusuke, Kuwabara, Hiai, Shuichi. I always hesitate whether to call him Shuichi or Kurama. But anyway, excellent casting. Good acting. Again, this is just the teaser trailer I have to go on. But They cast them well. These appear to be good actors. They look like they all might be a little older than they strictly should be, but if we get the payoff from that in excellent acting, I'm down for it. And the vibes, oh, they capture the vibe of that first arc in the manga so good. And I know it's a classic and basic shonen trope, but it's the one I am printed on. And the dynamic between Yusuke and Kuwabara was one of the things that really, really sold me on that manga so many years ago, and I am so looking forward to that. Okay, so a few negatives. I did not see any negatives in this trailer that were not 100% excusable by the format. Wigs, red wigs, are hard to pull off, apparently. Or it's just something that Netflix is not choosing to invest in. There are always going to be inherent limitations to live action that you cannot get around, but the show works with them. And this show looks like it has its hubris under control. It's not trying to do the special effects too much, too big, too fast. The overall lighting is very dark, which it wasn't in the anime, but that means they understand the limitations of their special effects. So if it's used correctly, I'll just have to tweak the contrast when I make my thumbnails and do my videos. But what do you think, my wonderful viewers? Does anybody in my audience have an attachment to Yu Yu Hakusho? What do you think of this trailer? Hit that like and subscribe button, and please tell me what you think. I am really, really interested in the conversation. Peace out, my wonderful viewers. Do you love awesome science fiction books? Of course you do. If you check out the links below the video, you can get yourself a copy of Comedy or Tragedy. Humans Are Weird. I have the data. Humans Are Weird. We took a vote, and Humans Are Weird, Let's Work It Out are the 3 comedy short story books available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Kobo by Rakuten, Google Play. There's even some copies at Powell's Books, the famous used bookstore in Portland, Oregon. Dying Embers, dragons, aliens, and things that go boom in the night, and soon Flying Sparks. More dramatic, traditional science fiction novels are also available at Amazon. Flying Sparks is still on the pre-order page. If you want a copy, you can email me by contacting the website to pre-order yourself a copy. It's still being edited. So check out the links below the video to get yourself a copy of some wonderful science fiction.